In a letter sent to the Bugün daily from his prison cell, where he remains unjustly detained despite a release order issued by a judge, Yurt Atayün, former head of the Istanbul Police Department's Counterterrorism unit, accused the government of covering up the most comprehensive espionage investigation in the Republic's history that implicated senior officials working closely with Iranian operatives. Atayün explained that the investigation into the Iran-backed Salam-Tawhid terrorist organization had uncovered an Iranian espionage network that was working against the national security interests of Turkey. Stressing that Salam-Tawhid is considered a terrorist organization by the Supreme Court of Appeals, Atayün noted that the investigation was sanctioned by 3 prosecutors and approved by more than 20 judges at various stages of the 3-year-long probe. This investigation is the most important probe in our republic's history and one of the most comprehensive and effective espionage investigations in the world, he explained. Atayün and other senior police chiefs who were involved in uncovering the operations of Salam-Tawhid were arrested last year in a government-orchestrated investigation on trumped-up charges of espionage. He said the espionage charges against him and other police chiefs are fabricated, with no evidence presented to back up the claims. The indictment is also yet to be prepared despite 10 months having passed since Atayün and the others were put behind bars. During the arraignment hearings presided over by a government loyalist judge, Atayün was not given a chance to explain in detail what had been uncovered regarding the Salam-Tawhid terrorist network, some of which implicates higher officials in the government. The complete details of the Salam-Tawhid investigation were not shared with defense lawyers, on the grounds of protecting their right to privacy and the need to protect the content of conversations between state officials. The defense lawyers challenged these justifications, however, on the grounds that their clients' right to a fair trial and due process had been violated. They maintained that if the police chiefs have been charged in connection with the Salam-Tawhid investigation, their lawyers should be able to examine the evidence. The prosecutor's office has shared only limited information from the case file with the defense so far, frustrating the lawyers, who have demanded unfettered access to the file in order to see the complete picture. The lawyers have criticized the prosecutor's office, saying they cannot prepare their defense without knowing the details of the Salam-Tawhid investigation, which is the prosecutor's basis for charging their clients in the first place. The defense also argued that a copy of the case file had earlier been provided to inspectors from the Interior Ministry by the prosecutor's office, wondering why the prosecutor's office did not feel the same concerns about privacy when sharing the files with government bureaucrats. A government-orchestrated reshuffle in the judiciary has since assigned public prosecutor Irfan Fidan, who it is believed was tasked by the government with derailing the probe which exposed worrying connections between Iranian agents and senior government officials, with overseeing the Salam-Tawhid investigation. On July 21, 2014, Fidan dropped the 3-year investigation into Salam-Tawhid, and the police chiefs who had exposed the Iranian network in Turkey were charged in a government-backed operation. Ali Fuat Ilmazer, former Istanbul Police Department Intelligence Unit Chief, said that Salam-Tawhid has penetrated deep into the government, a tactic amounting to international espionage. He has allegedly been detained by the government to silence him and others involved in the investigation. After Atayün tried to testify, the judge presiding over the case censored sections of his statement when compiling the case file. It is alleged that the judge aimed to cover up sensitive aspects of the investigation. Fidan did not order any of the 103 Iranian suspects identified in the file to come to the prosecutor's office to testify before dropping the charges in July. Neither did he call on any of them as witnesses during the second phase of the investigation. Ilmazer said that Iranian suspects, including top operatives from the Iranian Quds Force in Turkey, fled the country after pro-government dailies publicly exposed the investigation in an effort to discredit the probe. The Yeni Şafak and Star dailies published fabricated information, including claims that up to 7,000 unconnected people were wiretapped in an investigation of what they labeled a fake terrorist organization. The police chiefs who worked on the case file, and the prosecutors who secured court-authorized wiretaps on the suspects, have testified that the actual number of people put under surveillance was 234. Fiden's lack of further investigation into Iranian nationals has raised further suspicions of a cover-up by government officials. The original investigation had determined that Iranian Revolutionary Guard Gen. Said Ali Akbar Mir Vakili was leading the terrorist group. Main opposition Republican People's Party, CHP, Deputy Mahmoud Tanal has claimed that President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and his allies in the government are closely involved with the Salam-Tawhid organization. The government is part of it. Salam-Tawhid, he said. He filed an objection against the dismissal of the Salam-Tawhid investigation, which was dropped by the Istanbul prosecutor's office under political pressure. The investigation unearthed figures within the Turkish government who have been working for Iran in various capacities. The names implicated in the case file included those of National Intelligence Organization, MT, head Hakan Fidan, Interior Minister Efkan Ala and ruling Justice and Development Party, AK Party, spokesperson Basir Atali. Salam-Tawhid has been registered as a terrorist group by senior members of the judiciary in Turkey. In April, the 9th Criminal Chamber of the Supreme Court of Appeals upheld a ruling by the 11th High Criminal Court, sentencing 8 defendants who were convicted of killing Turkish intellectuals Yurt Atayün, Baray Akok, Muammer Aksoy and Ahmet Tanerklal and of membership in Salam-Tawhid to imprisonment. The organization is also known for killing American, Saudi Arabian and Israeli diplomats, as well as Iranian dissidents who sought refuge in Turkey. The Iranian intelligence-backed organization is also accused of staging a bomb attack that targeted the Israeli Consulate General in Istanbul's Ediler district in 2011, in which a Turkish woman lost her leg and 7 others were injured. The documents also revealed that Salam-Tawhid conducted intelligence activities in Turkey by profiling high-ranking Turkish officials and deputies as well as obtaining information on key military units and delivering it to Iran's intelligence organization. The investigation further revealed that the terrorist group carried out reconnaissance on the U.S. Consulate General in Istanbul in 2010, seemingly in preparation for an attack on the building. Among seized documents were plans of the Nuclear Research Institute in Istanbul's Halkal neighborhood.